everybody. Okay, so this is the start of the vehicle delivery, and I want to start with getting in the car. So I have the key fob right here. We have lock button, unlock, trunk latch, and panic. So when you walk up to the car, if you have keyless entry, right here you're going to notice you have two lines here. If you place your finger, you saw that it locked, and then you place your hand on the handle to unlock the car. Okay? Or you can use your key fob, of course. Lock and unlock. You can also open the trunk latch with the button here. You just press and hold. Okay. There's three ways to open the trunk. You have this button here, the button on your key fob, and also on the inside of the car, and I'll point that out in just a minute. Alright, so in the back here, a few things I want to point out. You have levers to fold the seat flat. Okay. You have a 12-volt watt right here. Lever on the other side. These are just used for grocery bags, any kind of hook. And then underneath, you pull up, your jack and everything's here, and underneath is the spare tire. Now, to take off the luggage compartment cover, there's a button right here. You just press it and pop it up. Okay? And that stores underneath here as well, right along there. Okay? Now to close the trunk, I'm just gonna press this button, and we're gonna walk around to the back seat. All right, so you do have rear air, rear heated seats here, two settings on each side. I'm gonna fold the seats up. There's a button right here to fold them flat. And the seats do recline using this lever right here. You just pull it up and push it back. Okay? For your roof rails, there's a lever up top. I'm going to see if I can get this. You just pull it up like this. It comes undone and they swing across and latch on the other side. And same on the other side. Okay. Now I usually have the customer sit in the seat, and I start from the left and work my way to the right. First thing I point out is blind spot detection. So if you look right here, see if I can get that. There's a little emblem. It's hard to see. It lights up yellow when somebody's in your blind spot, and then for the rear cross traffic alert, it will light up as well. This right here is approach lighting. So when you walk up to the car at night, and it detects the key fob is close, it will shine a light on the handle. All right, we're gonna start on the door. You have two settings for memory seats here. Now to set those, you have to be on kind of like the in-between stage for the Outback. So normally to start the car, you'd put your foot on the brake and press the start button. Now to be in this stage to set the memory seats, you're gonna press the start button so it turns on the car, but it's not actually gonna be cranked. Then once you get the seats where you wanna be, so you can go up and down, forward and back, lumbar support, up and down here. Let's say we have it where we want it, and then I press set and 1, and then you'll hear a beep. Then if you move the seats and you press the 1 button, it'll take you back to where you put it. This is pretty self-explanatory, but lock, unlock, window locks. For the side mirrors to adjust, you twist to left and toggle, right, toggle. Okay? All right, from here, I'm gonna start on these buttons here. So there's the steering wheel. We're down on the left-hand side. This is the trunk latch. So like I said, you can open it from the key fob, from the back door, and also from this button. You just press and hold, you'll hear it beep and open. Steering responsive fog lights. So what that does when you have it on, and normally you do, When you twist the wheel to the left fog light will illuminate the line on the road, and same to the right. Okay? This is memory height. That's for your power lift gate. So if you have a garage or something like that that's kind of low, you want to make sure you set that beforehand, and that's in your owner's manual. This is dashboard brightness, so you can go up or down there. Traction control, blind spot detection, so you want to leave that on. If you do want it off for whatever reason, when you press and hold, you'll see on the dashboard that it's off. And then these two are for your eyesight. So you have 4 main functions of eyesight. You have pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise control, lane sway detection, and throttle management. Also, a 5th they added was lane keep assist. So these 2 buttons here are for eyesight. This one is lane sway detection, and this one is pre-collision braking. So if you want to turn those off, you just press and hold till it beeps. And whenever one of these 3 safety features is off, or even the steering responsive fog lights, it will show you on the dashboard. For the hood, you pull right here, pops the hood, and then below us, gas cap. So you just pull it up, and your gas is located on the passenger side of the car. Okay? For the steering wheel, to adjust it, place your thumb in here, pull down. You can pull the steering wheel in and out, and up and down. Okay? Wherever you get it, how you like it, you just pull it up. Okay, for your lights, you have an auto setting, so you can leave it on there. It'll automatically come on or off depending on how light it is outside. Fog lights, on and off here, and brights, you push away. Okay, get in the car here. For your windshield wipers, as you go down, it goes faster. 1 down is the intermittent setting, so you can adjust it here. You can pull forward to spray and wipe on the front, and then for the back window, pull down to spray and wipe on the back. This is an every so often or a continuous wipe for the back windshield. Okay. Next, I'm going to start the car. So to do that, I do have to have my foot on the brake, and then I'm going to hit this start button here. So you can see that the eyesight buttons, when you first crank up the car, they light up and then they should go off. Now, if you were to actually have it off, now you can see it's showing off here. Right there. Okay, I'm going to turn it back on. Okay. For your steering wheel, you have up and down for volume, mute button here, and scroll through presets there. This is a list button and a go back. Depending on what screen you're on, it'll do something different. So for example, if you're on XM, it will show you categories. Source button, that's going to change through for your audio, whether it be AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth, that'll scroll through those there. Voice control. So if you press that, you can use that for your Bluetooth. I also use it a lot for my navigation because once you start moving in the car, it won't let you actually type in a specific address. So you can use voice control to put one in while you're driving. This is for your Bluetooth. It's pick up and hang up for calls. All right, on this side we have your adaptive cruise control. So to turn it on, I'm going to press this button. And now you can see it on the dash. There's a little car, and this shows you the distance you want to be from the car in front of you. So to adjust that, I'm going to do more here or less. There's 4 little bars. Depending on how fast you're going, that's going to represent a different distance. Because if you're going 80 on the highway, it's going to be a lot further than if you're going 45 on a small road. Okay? Then once you get to the speed you want to be, you press down for set. In which case, right here where it says miles per hour, that's going to show you what you have set on the adaptive cruise control. Now on your speedometer, you're going to see how fast you're actually going. So let's say you're going 70, and that's what you have it set at, and a car pulls in front of you. They'll show a little depiction right here of a little car, so you know the eyesight has locked eyes on it. In that case, let's say the car is going 60. So on the speedometer, you'll see that it slows you down to 60, yet when that car moves away, it's going to bring you back up to 70. And then this button is Lane Keep Assist. That's the new feature on eyesight for 2016 models. And what that does, it's for highway driving, and it's a slight steering to keep you in your lane. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. One other thing, you got 3 buttons down here. Okay, what you do, you're going to pull it forward towards you, and it's going to scroll through a few different settings. So I'm going to show you what you're actually toggling with here while I press the buttons. So let me start at the beginning. So you have blank. Here, if you pull and hold this middle button, you have some settings for things like the eyesight system and the display settings. Here's a compass. You have a digital miles per hour, trip time and how far you've driven, average miles per gallon, miles till empty, again, and then starting over. So I like to keep mine on the digital miles per hour or miles till empty. You can change it up. Okay. All right. From here, I like to start at the top and work my way down. So these things are for the moonroof. So you can open or close. I'm going to press, hold, and then let go, and it'll open the moonroof for me. Okay. And it stops before it's completely done. Now it's all the way open. It's bright outside. And then to close it, same thing. Press, hold, and then let go. You can see me in the mirror. Okay, and then for tilt, up or down does a tilt on the moonroof. Okay. All right. So new on the 2016 models is going to be called Subaru Starlink. So these 2 buttons you can use, SOS you can use for emergency help, and then I button is going to be for your roadside assistance. So it also has automatic collision notification, so if you get in a car accident where the airbags are deployed, it's automatically going to call for assistance for you. But if there is a circumstance where you do need medical help or police, you can press this button. And then if you need a jump start, if you run out of gas, you have a flat tire, or you get locked out of the car, you can use the I button. This right here, this will light up green when it's been activated. So if no lights are on, you know it hasn't been activated. Okay. Moving on. So right here, let's see if I can get it to focus. You have 2 cameras pointing out onto the road. One right here and one over here. Okay? That's your eyesight system. So they have the 4 main functions, and in the glove box, you'll find the Eyesight Owner's Manual. If you don't read any of the material that we give you, read this because it goes through all the functions of eyesight, the way it works in different circumstances, and you really want to know how it works so that it can help you. Okay. All right. For your HomeLink mirror. So you have 3 buttons for garage door opener. The power button turns on and off your auto dimming mirror, so you can see the green light here. So when lights come in at night, it'll automatically dim it for you. And same for your side mirrors. And then this is for the compass. You can turn it on and off. Alright, now we're going to go over the screen. I'm going to try and keep the phone steady while I do this. This is on and off for volume. You have a CD player here with an eject button. And then on this side, this is tuning for the radio. So I'm going to go home. So this is your main screen. First we'll go to map. So this is a touch screen. You can zoom in or out. You can drag and drop. And you can say select. You can zoom in and out with your fingers, however you like. I'm going to hit back. Now I'm going to go to menu. Now here you can put in a destination. So, oh, we got China Gate, Chinese restaurant here. Great. We'll click on that. When you have a address put in and you want to set it as a favorite or as a home location, you hit the more button and you can say set as home or add to favorites. So I'm going to set this as home. And now whenever you're on this destination screen, you can just hit this go home button. So here's the recent, there's your history, favorites, and then I'm going to go to find places just so you can see how you add it in. If you're out of the state, then you want to start here and change it to, let's say you're in Tennessee. Okay, and then you would go down to zip code, let's say Nashville. Then street name, I'm going to make something up. Forge, there we go. So it will prompt you, and then if there's a house number, okay, got a location. Alright, so here's the more button again, so I can say add to favorites or home, or I can just say go. Okay, so on the right hand side you can see how long it's going to take you, how far it is, fastest route. And once it's done, we'll just say go, and it'll start our trip. Okay. One other thing on maps, if you go to menu, destination, you can also say find places, and you can look for, say if you're traveling or you're not familiar with the area, you can look at restaurants around or gas stations. Okay, next, audio. So once you hit audio, it's going to tell you what source. So let's start with Sirius XM.
I was wondering.
I'm going to turn it all the way down. So the thing I love about our system is on the left hand side here you have 36 presets that you can mix and match between AM, FM, and XM. So let's say I want to go to station 5 and I want to program it as number 2. I just press and hold. Alright, and it's programmed. When you're on the XM screen, if you want to know the categories, you hit this list button, and this takes you through all the categories, and you can say, oh, I like pop and I want to hear 90s music. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to program it on number 3. Okay, so you can tune up top there, and then you can pick which one you want it to be set as over here. Again, you go to source. Let's say you want FM, and I know I like Atlanta station 97.1. Okay, I'm gonna press and hold. Pretty easy. Alright, next, Bluetooth. So I'm going to pair my phone so you can see how it works. Give me just a minute. So on my cell phone here, I'm going to go to settings. Depending on what kind you have, it'll be different. I'm going to go to Bluetooth. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, so on the screen here, I'm going to say yes. Now, here it is, devices down here, Subaru Bluetooth. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to say pair. Alright, the pairing was successful. And I'm going to say okay. It's going to ask me if I want to sync my contacts. I'm going to say yes. Okay, now if I go up top, it takes a minute. I only have a few contacts in my work phone, so it shouldn't take too long. But you can see at the top you have a speed dial, call history, contacts, and dial pad. Your settings are also in here. This is really important if you get new contacts and you need to update it. So you go to the little pinwheel setting and then say contact call history settings and say update contacts from phone. Okay. So now whenever you get in the car and your phone is paired, you're going to see right here your battery life and network signal. And now here I'm going to see all my contacts. Okay, and if I want to star somebody, here's my manager Jennifer, I can say add to speed dial. Perfect. Alright, and now I'm going to disconnect my phone. I'm just going to turn it off here. And it says device has been disconnected. Okay, apps here. When your phone is paired, it illuminates these three, and they're basically just music apps. Starlink is an infotainment app that further integrates from the app on your phone to the screen here. So you can listen to iHeartRadio or News Talk, something like that. AHA and Pandora are also music apps as well. So you have to have it on your cell phone and then play it through here. Info, so this streams through your XM subscription. For some of these. Fuel is awesome because it searches by price and distance, and since you have the navigation, you can just hit okay, QT is closest, and it's that direction. Oops. And I'm going to say destination, and it takes me to the maps. I'm going to go back. Weather is also great. When you're traveling, you can see a few hours out what you're headed into. Forecast there. Last thing, settings. So you want to go in here sometime when you have time and kind of play with it. Under general, you can change everything from the color scheme to if it beeps when you press a button. Split screen is a really great feature because you can listen and see your music and your navigation at the same time. And then also on the display, if you find that the backup camera or this front screen is not bright enough or it's too bright, this is where you would go to adjust it. Okay, so we're done with that screen. We're going to move below to all your AC controls. So right here you have 3 settings for your heated seats. Your time is right here and you adjust it by pressing here. Okay. And then whatever you see on this strip here, you're going to control it down here. So you adjust your temperature like this. Okay. Auto setting is going to adjust the fan speed based on the temperature you have set. Okay, you can turn off here. AC button. Recycled air dual allows the passenger to have a different temperature than the driver. Mode, you're going to see it right here, is going to change through feet, face, and defrost. Fan speed, you can change here. Front defrost, back window, and side mirror defrost is here. Okay. underneath here you have 2 USB, an auxiliary, and a 12-volt watt. And then here, if you put the car in drive and you bump it over to manual, then you use the paddle shifters on either side of the steering wheel to adjust the gear. Normally, I would just leave it in drive. Right here you have your electronic parking brake, so right now you can see that it's engaged, and you could also see that over on your dashboard. So to release it, you do have to have your foot on the brake and you press down. So now it's off. To turn it on, you just pull up. X mode is for when you're driving under 20 miles per hour. This enhances the all-wheel drive system, helps you gain traction on the road. So if it's icy out or it's raining really hard or you're on a steep grade, something like that, you can turn that on. And then hill descent control, that's going to prevent you from rolling backwards or forwards when the car is in drive. Okay. Inside the glove box here, your coin tray should be up, but you also have another 12-volt watt in here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, last thing, the lights. If you want them to come on when the doors are open, you adjust it here and here. Alright, well, I think that's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. My cell phone number is 678-428-0016, and I'm always here to answer your questions. Thank you.